Hello, hello, Trzewiczek, Portal Games and
Joanna, Kijanka, and we welcome you to top 10 of our contest finalists for Robinson Crusoe.
So last year we announced a contest for our fans for the new scenario for Robinson Crusoe, and that was because no, it was not last year, it was in January. In January we announced that we are going to do the Book of Adventures, a brand new expansion for Robinson Crusoe that consists of many and even more scenarios for Robinson Crusoe. And of course everybody got excited except Joanna because she has to design all of them. So we came with this solution that we will ask you, our fans, for the scenarios, and maybe we will get some interesting ideas. And of course it happened. Of course that was a good idea. We received how many entries?
About 50, I think. I mean, there was some guys who were sending the couple of them, so actually
she lost control. Basically a ton of ideas, and Joanna for many weeks, every single day she was coming to work and playing Robinson, checking these scenarios, and slowly choosing the best scenarios submitted. And today we are officially announcing the 10 finalists. So we are not announcing the winner of the contest. We are announcing the finalists, the 10 scenarios that will be part of the Book of Adventures. So at least, even if you haven't won the contest yet, dear creator, you are among these 10 people who will made it to the official expansion for Robinson Crusoe. The other ones, thank you for submitting. In most cases they were amazing, they were interesting. Joanna was showing me some of them. We will probably do on Twitch one day a special event discussing them, why they didn't win, what was a problem. But basically these 10 are the 10 of the best, and here we are to celebrate the winners, the finalists. By the way, twitch.tv/portalgamesUS is our Twitch channel where you can see live plays of Robinson Crusoe and where you are going to see gameplays of these scenarios. We already talked with our content creators, our friends, our fans who love Robinson Crusoe, and they said that they are going to play these scenarios in front of you. So check it out. Twitch.tv/portalgamesUS. Vitruvian Gamer says hello.
Hello.
Paul says hello, this should be fun, I hope. Dawn says hi, this could be interesting to see a preview of the book. Yes. John, the floor is yours. The first finalist.
Okay, so the first one is our Portal Gamer. It's Kirby, and his scenario, Get to the Chopper.
Get to the Chopper.
Get to the Chopper. And the scenario is all about having those, James Bond vibes when you are like tracking and you have to be on the mountains to catch those Tomb Raiders. And it's like, you're the good guy and you're taking down the guys who are trying to rob your island. And the nice thing is that normally when you are, this rogue that you're trying to get something, in this case, you are trying to find people who actually are making all those temples, ruined.
I see he presented it very nicely. He did some work here. I see Boneboa, Wild Dog, El Iguana, Mrs. Puma, and Bear, the boss. I don't know what does it mean because Joanna was playtesting it, but it looks interesting. The Get to the Chopper, one of the 10 finalists, you will see displayed at our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/portalgamesUS. Anything more about it, or we move to the next one?
I think we can mention that actually...
I saw that you already were working on this and changing something, so it's already in the development, correct?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for the purposes of making it to the book, I will make some changes, some developing, so it's very clear for you guys and everything is, on the last button and everything is perfect for you to play.
Perfect.
Okay.
Next one.
So let's go to the next one. And this one is interesting.
And Curly says the changes were great.
Oh, thanks, Curly.
I always say Joanna is great. As simple as that.
I mean, I asked Kirby how he liked the changes, so I sent him the developer scenario, and I was like, I hope it didn't shift your idea too much, and it was really nice to hear that he liked the changes. So.
And Pavel says that Kasia greets you.
Hi, Kasia.
Next one.
Okay, so the next one is actually quite interesting because Gregor Henke is our fan from Germany. Yeah? Okay. So here you can see that we have Polish translation because one of our employees. Case, right? Yeah, exactly. So.
Gregor, we had to hire a translator to translate this scenario so we can test it. So you made it to the final. Next time, please use English. Come on, guy. But we appreciate our fans. We appreciate people who send us ideas. So we get this scenario in German. We don't speak German, but we made an effort. We translated that, and it was a good decision because it was interesting. Yeah, so exactly. Tell me why I had to pay for translation for Gregor. Gregor?
Okay, so this one is quite interesting because we have time involved. So actually you have this sun hourglass, which you can use during the, the book events. You have to make it in like 3 minutes. So every decision you're making...
real-time scenario?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's why I think it's interesting. Like it's never happened in the Robinson. And you know that when you are discussing the best decision with your crew, it can sometimes be some time-consuming process. So here is like, oh my God, only 10 seconds left. So what are we gonna do? And yeah, that is making this game on another level of stress, right?
Panic scenario. And what's the theme? What are we doing besides because you said mechanism is a real time, and what is the theme? What are you doing?
So you need to find totems to actually achieve the next point. So it's like, oh no, we have to build the shelter, but we didn't make it yet. So you have to build something in advance in order to move on. So you are really, really, really on the edge of making stuff like, okay, we have to do this right now. So later on we can actually do something. So you have some restrictions. You have to find some totems in order to okay, we now can move on.
Gregor, good job, even though, you know what. Next one.
All right, so actually now we have some scenarios from the pair, from the Elinor and Maciej Pisarek, and we have 2 scenarios from them. I mean, they're 2 people, so I thought it's okay, as they actually brought us...
So this is a married pair, or like this is a wife and a husband?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they have the same name, so...
I played this one, so for once I can say, so in this one, we are diving for the pearls, and you can even see the artwork. I don't know if they made it or found on the internet, but you are diving for the pearls. And they used, what I like about this scenario is that, I don't know what you like about this scenario, but I like that they use the tokens, black and white tokens that are in the box, and they use them in a brand new way, very creative. So you put in the cup or the bag or whatever, you take these white and black tokens, you put them, and then when you are diving for the pearls, you have to draw the token and see if you have the black one or the white one. So that was very creative, and I really like that. We have this challenge how long we can be under the water because of the air supply, and if you go too long under the water, if you draw too much of these pearls, we get wounded. So I felt this scenario, there was a ton of theme. It was a new theme. It was creative use of the existing components. I really felt that I'm doing what I'm doing. I remember myself complaining on something, but Joanna didn't bring my complaint notes, so you guys are happy that not see my notes about complaining, but basically I absolutely love that, so I'm happy that you picked that. What was your opinion about this scenario?
The first, it was like, when you have these stories like Moana, when you have this island and you have to dive for something, and I immediately had this idea of making it, maybe they will dive for this pearls not to get rich, but to get this beautiful necklace for the lady they like on the island. So I tried to incorporate some Disney theme into that. So it was amazing, like, okay, they have to collect the black and the white pearls, so they make the perfect necklace for the girl. And that you actually have to build some stuff in order to learn how to dive. Like, okay, I need to make the bag first and the sharking knife. So it's like they're trying really hard to actually make it happen.
Good job. And the next from the same pair?
Yeah, and it's a gambler's gold. So what I liked most about this one is that you have a market here. Actually, you lost some money during your poker game, and now you have to trade some stuff you find on the little island with the tags and other people. I mean, it's not a island without the people. There are some people out there who will try to also spend some stuff on the resources you want to trade, and here you can see that the prices of the market will change according to either new tiles that you will reveal. Like, there is more wood on the island now, so its prices goes down as there is more of the wood, right?
Okay.
So I really like the idea that the prices changes due to your actions. Like, okay, we found more wood, so now it's cheaper. And we have also this theme where actually those tags, when you are revealing the totems, it's like, come on, guy, you still didn't give me back my money, I won it, and you are losing your morale, and they are beating your shack, and it's crazy. You have to trade, and yet they're trying to beat you. So, no poker on the little islands, guys.
That's quite the theme, quite the unique. I absolutely love it. I haven't played this scenario, but I love the theme. I can imagine the panic of the players, like, we need money to pay off. That's amazing. V-Driven Gamer is bragging. I was already thinking the same. Okay. We already are in the final, so I don't brag too much. But being serious, amazing. Two scenarios from the one pair. Let's move on. What's next?
Okay, so now
I played this one.
Okay, so now we can talk about it together. So it's a Scratched Island from Gavin. I don't know pronunciation, sorry. And here it's about the island who is getting hotter and hotter, and all the plants are dying and the animals are starving, and you need to find water supply because you're also are trying to maintain your sanity, because when you don't have water it's quite hard to maintain that. So now the most interesting thing about it is that you have collect water, otherwise you will have the mirage rolls. So you will like on
a desert, you see things that are not existing because you're so tired, so exhausted that you don't think clearly. And this mechanism is here, your characters, when they don't have water, things happen. What happens?
Yeah, so you will wander during the night in order to go to another space that you think it is. Okay, so we will go to this beautiful, oasis or something, and during the day it's it wasn't even here. So why am I here? So you change the place you were because you saw the stuff that didn't exist. And after you are already done with, finding the water, I incorporated some additional stuff here that you want to make a garden. You want to reverse what happened. You want to water the grounds and bring some greenery back to the island. So this is my idea on making it to the next level for you guys, and I hope Gavin will also like the changes that I
Gavin, trust Joanna, she's always right. Unless I'm right, but this is a very rare situation. Benjamin asked me if at the very beginning of the work on Robinson Crusoe, back then in 2011, if there was a moment when water was a resource. There was a very short moment when there was a water and the food, but it was too fiddly, and I just, food represents everything that player, the character needs to survive. Here we have the resource as a special one for this particular scenario, so it makes perfect sense. So yes, back then it was water for a couple of weeks and I removed that, but here we have as a part of the scenario. I played it, once again I had my notes because I'm a complaining person, but basically I love the basic idea. And once again, respect for all of you who submitted scenarios. I'm a huge fan of the books by Julius Verne. I'm a huge fan of this whole genre of adventure books from 18th and 17th and 19th century. So I know this theme, this genre very well, and yet you guys surprised me with your story. So absolutely kudos for you. The one about pearls, amazing. The one with the scorched, amazing. The one with the gamblers, oh my god. What's next?
Okay, so the next one is the Forbidden Island from Toby Abad. Again, sorry if I pronounce it wrong. And here we are ending up on an island that actually doesn't want us here. So we first need to find out what is happening, because when we are, you know, getting on the shore out of the water, because of course we had a incident and ended up here by mistake. And the strange woman approaches us and says that we cannot stay here and we have to really run away quickly. So we first need to find her, so she will tell us something about the island so we know what actually is trying to get us. We need to find parts for the motorboat that is crashed on the reef nearby, and well, if she says it's dangerous, I trust her, so I will get my motor engine parts and go back to the place where I came from. So it's very nice because you have this mechanic when you have these special discovery tokens that you have to find, and they're in the 4 separate piles, right? And you have to ask the strange woman, so you think it's on this side of the island, on the other one, and you're having the fun with, you know, submitting your exploration for the right stack of discovery tokens. So you need to find parts, you need to protect yourself from those strange things that want to get rid of us on this island, and actually you have to also deal with this strange woman because her help isn't for free, right?
Yep.
So really nice scenario.
I played it as well. I really like that. So once again, kudos to the finalists. Like I don't know which of these scenarios will be finally the winner of the contest, but in my opinion, you are already winner. Great stuff. A ton of fun for me, for Joanna. Ton of work developing them and fixing some issues. But basically,
but it's all pleasure.
Yep. This is Ignacy being a proud father. Seeing how Robinson has all these new ideas and how you guys are tweaking the system and putting some new ideas for that. So yes, this scenario when I played and I saw these 4 piles of these discovery tokens, and I had to find these particular tokens in each of these piles. That was fun. What's next?
Okay, so next we have the Krzysztof Kolumb La Navidad by Krzysztof Klopp, and here we are actually having the years instead of days, and we are dealing with the locals.
You are stuck on the island for years.
I mean, it's about his travels around America, right?
Okay.
And here we will have some actions that will actually make our contacts with the locals better or worse. It is represented here. So when you are having a nice contact, you know, nice relations with the locals, they will help you. But if you don't, they will try to attack you. So you need to maintain those, you know, special actions in order to, like, okay, we won't get your food, don't attack us, please, or okay, we don't care anymore, you can attack us, but we need resources, we also have to survive on the island, and so on. So as you can see, there is quite a lot of text here, but it's really worth it to, like, encourage players to deal with the locals on the really different ways. So one time you can try to, like, have a friend in them, and the other one you can try to, like, okay, we don't care, you can attack us, but we will still do our journey in the America. So I really like that idea.
The thing is that with the Book of Adventures, we have a chance to put into the book easy scenarios to play with your kids and super hardcore complex scenarios for the hardcore fans like yourself who know the game very well. Like, we have this freedom that this is the book that has space for everything. Easy, difficult, complex, simple. So that's why we were able also to put to the finalist more complex scenarios. The chat is on fire here. The chat says, first of all, Curdy says that after you developed and changed his scenario, he played it and he lost in 5 rounds. So
yeah, he mentioned
So you did a good job. Benjamin says that power at home just went out and he's out of the power, but he has some internet data in the phone, so he's watching us on the phone. Ben, you will survive, don't worry. Thomas says first Martians people did not appreciate complex scenarios, but maybe as something different. That's also true. How many scenarios will there be in total in the finished product? We don't know because we go with the Book of Adventures for the Kickstarter. So we have in mind that we will have the basic scenarios, we have all the promo scenarios, we have few more scenarios that we will design with Joanna. We will have some few variants of existing scenarios, so we will tweak existing scenarios to give some variants for that. We will have these 10 scenarios from the contest, and then we go for the Kickstarter and see what happens. And we honestly, super transparently have no clue what will happen. If the campaign will be successful, it will be like just so successful or very successful, how much money we will gather, how much money we will be able to spend on the developing a new scenario. So at this point, we have no clue. This is very serious message. We don't know. We hope to create amazing product, but we are going to the Kickstarter with a very honest purpose. Ask you how much you need that. What's next?
Okay, so let's go to the next one. And now we are having the Apocalypse Yesterday, submitted by Bill Carrigan and Sarah Carrigan. And where we're still with the authors, I would like to mention that there was a lot of proud fathers that were sending me scenarios with a message that they were creating with their kids, and it was so wholesome to know that it's bringing the families together, that the young players are actually trying their best to create something that they're proud of, and I really do appreciate their resolution to make them, to play test them, because I know they've been doing hard work on them. And anyway, if you are still not in the finalists, you should be really proud of yourself that you are making the content, that you are having fun with changing the rules, that you are sitting together with your family and making stuff as a, the team of designers, actually, because that's what you are if you're making those. And coming back to the Apocalypse Yesterday, it's about that people were too greedy, and when they were moving to the island with those ancient relics and stole them, some stuff happened. So Apocalypse became because people stole some important relics, and now the gods are not pleased, I would say, and the world is starting to sink.
Whoa.
So it's actually quite amazing, because you have to travel, because you can see like each round is like, okay, so this tile is now sinking. Okay. Another one, and you need to find those relics before you run out of, I would say, ground, not the time, because you're running out of ground. And you have to purify them, okay. And restore them to the island, so the gods are no longer angry, exactly. And it was amazing. I was playing it a couple of times, always like on the edge of existing, like on the last tile, holding my last shovel and, praying for the best to find those relics. And it was amazing.
Awesome. And on my comment, the same what Joanna said. I'm a father myself. I have my kids as well, and I play with them games. And when I was designing Robinson Crusoe back then in 2011 and 12, I had my kids all the time with me during the weekends, rolling dice for me, coming with the ideas, drawing cards for the game. I have them in the box stored as a great reminder of the great time with my kids, with my family. So absolutely kudos to all the fathers and all the mothers who took Robinson Crusoe as a way to play with the kids, to brainstorm the kids, to entertain the kids, to spend the family time, quality family time. I appreciate that, and it makes me so proud and so happy. So thank you for that, and congrats to. Let me just say it aloud. Congrats to Bill Carrigan 49 and Sarah Carrigan 15. And this is amazing. This is amazing. This is the sentence of the whole seminar. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. Thank you. And what's next?
And next we have the Mariusz Goetzk's Attack on Zombies. And actually,
zombies!
Yeah, they came
There is
to the
always a
Robinson.
zombies. There is always a zombies.
And actually, this is one of our fans that actually made some of the scenarios that we released as our.
Yep, remember, yep.
Yeah, so it's amazing. He's like always coming with good ideas, and I really do appreciate his work. He's amazing.
We met him at the PortalCon.
Yeah, exactly. We saw each other in the January. We talked a little. He was like, what about my other scenarios that I still send you? Because he's taking part in every contest we have, because we also have them in the past. So he came up with another one. Here we have the hordes of zombies, and we need to build the palisade around our tile, because they are attacking us from the different sides, and we need to either keep our camp, with the high enough walls to
to be protected.
Yeah, exactly. Or we can actually go out and try to take them down. But it's like the zombies. One isn't really that hard to beat, but if there is a 5 of them, they can be overwhelming. So the strength of them is based on how many of them is on the tile. So we need to protect our base, and we need to get rid of zombies. And here actually is a nice goal of this scenario, because you have 2. You can satisfy yourself with only survive, because here, if the zombies will break the palisade and go into your camp, they bite one of your characters.
Okay.
And even if he dies, you still can win the scenario. But if all of you die, no, then it's wasted. But if you are dealing with all of the zombies and kill all of them, you have like the full victory. So first one, if you survive, you still won the scenario. But if you survived by killing all the zombies, it's like the victorious success.
The epic one.
The epic one. So you have 2 goals here, which is amazing.
Zombies invading the island in a very creative and fun and smart way. Congratulations from our award-winning fan. This is not the first time he's made it. Like he knows how to do it. What?
Zombies can swim.
You never know. You never know.
I mean, they were on the island before, so they were human first, right?
A tower defense Robinson Crusoe scenario, cool. That is absolutely true.
That is amazing, right?
Different endings, cool. We have one more left, one last, the 10th.
Yeah. The 10th one is the reality island, and what I liked about the idea of it, it's
And who is the designer?
And designer is Daniel Leon.
Daniel Leon.
Leon, I think, yeah. And it's about not actually getting, pushed ashore, having your, boat crashed. Here, you are voluntarily coming to the island when the people will, put you on the camera and put it on the TV. So here, you will try to survive in order to entertain people who will watch you on TV. So here you have the morale track, which will represent the viewers' affection to your characters. Okay. So like each day will represent one episode in which you will have to meet the requirements for the script that you were received from the crew. From the the movie crew.
Yeah, they say the reality show.
Yeah, exactly. It's about the reality show, and they gave you the script, which says that if you will follow it, we will have viewers, because they like to, let's say, watch when you are fighting with a bear, or when you are making this or making that, and it's a show. You have to act to the rules of the television. There will be some blow-ups, there will be some special events, like you will find stuff that you would normally never find on the island, but it's all scripted.
But it's still co-op. It's still
exactly.
Together.
Yeah. It's like you are having a team which will be set on the island. So you still have this team.
Okay.
But you need to fight the script. So it's not that easy to achieve. But I really like the idea of having their reality show, because I always like to watch them on TV.
We have on the chat Maciej Pisarek, the winner, the finalist. Greetings from London. My wife and I are really happy that 2 of our scenarios are in the final. Congrats to all finalists. Looking forward to playing all of them when they are published. Congratulations to you. Greetings to you and your wife. Good job and absolutely amazing. What about other entries from the previous contest? Will we see those in the book? So Ben is probably asking about the one more scenario that we still have in our drawers, I would say. The one versus, like 2 teams against 2 teams. Joanna is complaining that it is a ton of rules in this scenario, but in the Book of Adventures we might have chance to
maybe it will be one of the Kickstarters, you know.
Stretch goal. So yes, exactly. Benjamin is reminding me. I remember you talking about the team versus team game. Yes, we still have it, and it was designed by Mariusz. Kurt, did you make it to the final? Yes, Kurt did it. Now there's an interesting idea. Somehow I'm thinking Truman Show. Truman Show is one of the favorite movies of all time. Jim Carrey in a very serious role, not making fun, but making very serious message in the movie. The Truman Show, one of the best movies of all time for me. And yes, this sounds like that. Philip says, hello, I'm here a little bit late, but I'm here. Philip, we are just closing the seminar, but we're happy that you are with us. Piotr says, hello. Benjamin says, I would love to play all of those 2 Truman Show scenario. Once again, on behalf of me, on behalf of Joanna, and on behalf of all Portal Games employees and all Portal Games fans, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you for all of you who submitted the scenarios. Me and Joanna, we know the best how much work there is to create scenario, how much playtesting, how much thinking, how much making notes, how much changing. So we know that each of these 50 or 40 people, creators, spend hours working on these scenarios. These 10 are the best. The others ones were also great. As I said, probably we'll show them on our Twitch channel to discuss what was interesting in them. But yes, these 10 people made it to the Book of Adventures, Kickstarter early next year. Thank you. Now Joanna needs to develop them, to change them, to tweak them. This is her job, this is her daily job, to place Robinson Crusoe and fix and tweak. And if I can also share, Portal Games team, many of our employees are involved in playtesting.
Yeah, and they also love your scenarios.
So Joanna every few days is printing new versions of scenarios and dealing them among the employees, and they are taking these scenarios to home and play during the weekends or in the evenings with their families. So thank you for all Portal Games employees who are helping, developing and testing. And basically this is all, for me, amazingly positive event. I'm designer of Robinson Crusoe, seeing all this love for the game, all these amazing new ideas, how you play with existing components and use them in a new creative way. For me, it's an honor to see fans playing the game. So this is it. Thank you for that. Congrats to all. Great stuff, says Paul, and I absolutely agree with him. Vitruvian says congrats to the finalists and all the ones they didn't make it but are most likely are awesome. Absolutely yes. Guys, we are now slowly closing this seminar, and we are preparing to the next one. The next one, am I correct? There is a Rising 5 game. Can I have a box? Oh yeah, I have a box here. So we need to take a break to set up the game on the table. So we need a few more minutes to prepare, and we are going to play a Rising 5. This is amazing game created by Gary Kim. With the artwork from Vincent Dutrois, my favorite illustrator in the industry. This is a cooperative game in which we are going to break the code. I absolutely love this game. We have this game on the sale during the convention. So if you are looking for the great family game, great co-op game, check out portalgames.pl and portalgames.pl/en to get this game in amazing price. And see you in half an hour when we prepare the table, set up everything, and we'll show you how to play this game. And I hope many of you will discover this game, fall in love with that, and buy your copy. I have this game in my collection. I absolutely adore it, so that's why I wanted to share it with you. Even though Portal Games is not having rights for the worldwide edition, but we do a Polish edition. The game is language independent, so you can buy Polish copy and have a great time. So see you in a half an hour. That was it. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you, Joanna, for your work.
And I thank you for your ideas.
See you in a half an hour. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Open if you